I'll run through very quickly who I am, what my dreams are, what I see I can do to help the community of Kelana Jaya. What can I do if I'm elected to Parliament? How will I represent you? And what is it? Why is this election so important? Okay. First, I'm 45 years old. I look a bit younger, I know. Some of you thought I'm like 32 or 35. It's not true. I'm 45 years old. I'm happily married. I've got 2 babies, exactly like Hannah, about the same age. A 2-year-old boy and a 6-month-old daughter. Late bloomer, what to do? I was born here in PJ, in Assunta Hospital. But at the age of 1.5, my family moved to Kota Baru to do business. So I was raised as a Kelantanese boy, Kelantanese Chinese, and I've used that to my advantage, going to Sri Setia in the Malay areas and tell them that I'm a Kelantanese, that I kecek latte, make budu, and it seems to resonate with them. So I'm happy that we have some Kelantanese here tonight. Now, at the age of 12, I was sent to an international school in Singapore, became a boarding school, and I did the international baccalaureate. Then I went to England and finished my law degree, came back to Malaysia, and I basically have been living in KL since 1995. So it's almost 18 years now, coming back to, I suppose, where I was born, the roots of it, the Klang Valley. And I just have to make it very clear to you guys that I'm not really a politician. I'm what we call the technocrat in the party. For many reasons, I'm not very sure yet why the party sent me here to stand in Kelana Jaya. One of them, they told me, is because the Kelana Jaya people are very educated, got very strong opinion. They whacked me with a lot of questions. So they say better send a technocrat this time, send someone who can answer questions. So what we did as a first strategy, Hannah and I sat down, we thought we'd do the dialogue session. And as a result of the dialogue session, we did about six, right? We did about 6 dialogue sessions. Apparently I have a fan base now. There's this really cute couple that has been in 5 of my dialogue sessions, and they sit right in front. I hope they get married, I think they're gonna get engaged, and I'm gonna make one promise tonight. I'm gonna attend that wedding. Okay, the dialogue session is important. It's important because I'm here to tell you that I will do my best. I will try to fight for the national issues for you on corruption, on education, on governance, on Bank Negara matters. And by the way, Bank Negara matters. Azrul Anwar is a good friend of mine. Yeah, he's a chief economist. A lot of people don't know that. You probably guessed he came from Bank Islam and the whole scandal, but he's actually an extremely smart man. And he came here all the way. He came here tonight, facing a massive crowd like you all, giving for the first time his first public speech ever. This is what we're gonna do to Azrul. We're gonna win this election. We're gonna go to Putrajaya, okay? Mark my word. We're gonna go to Putrajaya, and we're gonna send Azrul to Bank Negara. Can we do that? Yeah! Thank you. Before I go on, I got one message to my opponent, Loh Seng Kok, and generally to MCA and UMNO. Yeah? No lah, don't call him that lah. Loh Seng Kok, as you know, we started by inviting him to a debate, which he refused, and then later on he got a bit creative. He wrote an article. Well, he gave comments in an article in the Star that I'm only interested to becoming a minister, that I don't care about community. Now, what I did was I gave him 3 days to retract his statement, because whatever he said that he heard, he wasn't there with me and Hannah at 7 o'clock in the morning doing the walkabouts. So whatever he said is complete baseless. It has no basis whatsoever. But I gave him a deadline today that he should reprint that apology or retract his statement. Tomorrow, I'm going to sue him. People in power today, they think just because they own a newspaper that they can bully us. They can write lies, they can push us. While I'm telling my opponent, come on this Sunday, the people will rise up and speak. Yeah, we will tell them that we will stand and we will fight bullies to the end. Can we do that? And if you all see his advertisement along with Datuk Halim, I don't know what this. You see that? Yeah, he's got all these funny thing, all these pictures of these Barisan Nasional leaders doing this. What is that? Is he asking for more money? Or is he just giving up? Okay, Boliao, is it? Okay, it's very hard to express my feeling at the moment. Just 4 hours ago, no, it's actually more than that. It's about 7 hours ago. I was giving a small dialogue session with my friends, Nick Nazmi, my running mate in Sri Satya, and there was an Indian man who came up to me, a PKR man, whom I've met a couple of times, and he says I think he's about 50 years old, and he told me that, Wong Chen, I just want to say that I've always wanted to be a lawyer, but when I was 20 years old, my father, who is a poor Indian man, told me that, he had a heart-to-heart talk with the son. Look, I cannot afford to send you to law school. So he told me this. I mean, it's quite touching. He said, I cannot afford to send you to my law school, to a law school, and despite your good grades, you cannot get a scholarship. So he told me that he now has 2 daughters, and that he asked me one thing, asked me to promise him one thing, to make sure that if I get elected to Parliament, and if we win Putrajaya, Pakatan Raya win Putrajaya, that I will ensure that his children, his 2 daughters, should not have to, if they're brilliant and they're smart, they shouldn't be denied the right to go to a law school. Okay? And that in essence is what we're here today for. It's not really so much that we want to rule the country. It's not so much that. It's really about getting down to the nitty-gritty, the needs and the requirements of what the community really wants. Yeah? And this is what the election is about. It's about rebuilding that hope that was lost for the longest time. For the last 20 years or so, we have lost our direction as a country. We have seen Barisan Nasional run this economy to the ground. We have seen corruption unabated. What used to be Mr. 10% in the 1980s and 1990s is now not that anymore. Now it's massive. Yeah, it's massive uncontrolled corruption. We have also seen how the education system has completely failed. In fact, this is the couple I was just talking about. They are here again tonight. This is scary. I think they're going to form a club. By the way, what's your name? David. Kevin. And your girlfriend? Eileen. Kevin and Eileen, we wish you the very best. This election is about returning basic democracy to the Malaysian people. Yeah? And this is why it's important that you go out and vote, and you vote early, as what Hannah has said. Don't give up, stay in the line, do what you need to do, make sure we turn around and send these guys kicking. Let's kick these guys out of Putrajaya. Can we do that? Okay. Policy-wise, I don't talk anymore. I don't talk about harga barang turun and all that kind of thing. You know what we stand for. Yeah? You know what we stand for. But the most important thing is we stand for the future generation. And then Hannah is very clear on that. I'm very clear on that. We want your children to have great opportunities. Yeah? Some of you who are now middle-aged, your life is not going to change much. Yeah? Come Monday, we have a new government, your life is not going to change much. Sure, the price of fuel will come down, the price of goods will come down, you may get a pay rise occasionally, yeah? But your life is not going to change dramatically. But I can guarantee you one thing, the lives of your children and your grandchildren, they will be dramatic changes in those lives. Positive, dramatic changes. And that is what we're fighting for. We're fighting for a brand new Malaysia. And let's do that, let's deliver that on Monday. Can we do it? Okay. I've actually lost my voice twice today, so I'm not going to talk so much. I just want to register my appreciation to the whole of the DAP team. Coming in as a newcomer, completely new, they adopted me. Essentially, that's what they did. They adopted me. Hannah has been super fantastic. They planned out my schedule for me. We worked out the financing very quickly. Their side they are quite rich lah. My side a bit tough. But when they collect money every night, they say, Wong Chen, you don't have to pay your part. She cover. But it's not just that. It's all those aunties that woke up at 7 o'clock, follow me around, waving flags and all those. That crew is big lah. My team, there are about 20 volunteers or so, and they also sacrificed and did a lot of things. But it's just how the AP was so welcoming, worked so hard, dragged me everywhere, organized my whole event for me, and gave me the opportunity to meet you all and to present my side. I know it's tough lah. It's 14 days to present, a new candidate. But the greatest joy that I've had, I don't know whether it's a joy yet, huh? I go to the toilet, I get out of my car, people recognize me. It's quite funny. I think there's a double-edged sword to this somehow. And that later, when the fame dies down, when the issues become less important, I just hope that I'll still be here for the main purpose of serving you. Okay?